Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Yeedi M12 Pro Plus robot vacuum cleaner. So let's talk about the base station. You're going to put the clean water. This is the clean water tank. You can add a little bit of Yeedi solution if you'd like. Here's the dirty water tank. So once in a while you will have to take this over and empty that out. So there is an indicator light here to let us know how the base station's doing. Right here, it has a dust bag. It's going to auto empty whatever the robot picks up when it's vacuuming. And that's easy to change out. Okay, so down here, this is where it's going to wash the mop pads. It's going to charge the robot. And it's also going to auto empty everything out of that little port right there. And it's going to refill. See the port right there in the middle? It's going to refill the robot's water tank. Now, once in a while, you will have to take this out. You will have to clean this. And you have to press these red buttons here on the side and take this whole tray out and clean it. Let's take a look at the actual robot. It does have LiDAR navigation. We've got some sensors on the front, 3 buttons. Take the top off here. This is the dust bin. This is where everything's going to go when it's vacuuming. And then when it comes back to the docking station, it's going to suck everything out through this little port over here. So here's the mop pads. It can raise and lower these mop pads 9 millimeters. And it can also move one of the mop pads out to the side, which I'll show you. There's the brush. Now what's unique about this brush is it does have a comb that does help to get hairs off the brush. See those combs? The brush has to go through those combs and that will pull the long hairs off of there. So that really does help. Got a side bus, drive wheels, and this free spinning wheel here. And we also have sensors that we have to clean those off once in a while. Now the base station is going to clean these before and after each time you use it. And again, with hot water, and then it's going to blow hot air on them to dry them when it's all done. That's to help prevent odors. Once in a while you will have to replace these, and you can take them off and put them in your laundry. There's also a port underneath. So underneath here, it does have a water tank inside, and it is going to put water down onto the mop pad to keep it wet while it's mopping your room.
Mopping pad, please.
Around back, that's where it fills it up, and it has the charging ports. Okay, we've got some muddy paw prints on this kitchen floor, and we also have some carpet that's really dirty. Let's see how well it cleans this area up. So here's the app. It's a very nice app. It maps your house really good. You can divide it up into different rooms. You can put no-go zones. We've got different docking stations. It will clean with hot water, auto empty. You can clean with AI. You can set whatever you would like. Mop only, vacuum and mop, mop after vacuum, vacuum only. You can set the different water levels, 2 passes. Let's go 2 passes. Okay, so the first thing it's going to do, it's going to wash its mop pad. That's going to do 2 things. It's going to get it nice and clean, but it's also going to get it wet so that when it starts mopping, it's ready to go. This takes about 2 minutes. And what you'll hear is some clean water being sucked down. The mop pads will be spinning, and it does heat that water. And then it's going to suck it up into the dirty water tank, and then it's going to be ready to go. It takes about 2 minutes. And this whole process, I think I've seen it's about 65 dB is its loudest. Okay, so it's undocked itself, and it's going to start cleaning this room. And it can extend that mop pad off to the side. And in case you're wondering, it is putting water down on the floor and mopping. Now it does a good job of obstacle avoidance because it avoids that cable. And then it's going to auto lift the mop pads. When it senses carpet, it can automatically sense carpet and lift the mop pads. Now it's a vacuum only, where before it was vacuuming and mopping. And as soon as it comes off of carpet, it can lower the mop pads. And then it's extending that arm so it gets right up underneath the kitchen cabinets. And it does have 11,000 pascals of suction, which is really high. Here it is with the muddy paw prints. Now I do have this going 2 times So it's going to go one direction one way, and then it's going to go another direction. Yep, it's starting to get the muddy paw prints. Now in the app, it does show you live where it is on the map. It shows you where it's been. And so I did turn the vacuum up to the loudest or the most suction that it has right now. It is a little bit louder now. All right, so with it on carpet, about 70. So it's getting this carpet. It picked everything up off this carpet. Okay, so now since I've got it on 2 passes, it's going the other way for cleaning. Couldn't quite get all of that one. Let's see, it might go over a little bit more. Yep, it is. All right, I think it's gonna get it. Wow, it did do a good job. It is getting all of those muddy paw prints. A little bit left right there, but I think it's going to get it on this pass. Wow, it did. That's pretty impressive. Okay, it's all done. It got the muddy paw prints. It's going to come back and wash the mop pads. Okay, I just want to pause it real quick. Let's take a look. Here's everything in the dustbin. Yeah, it got a lot of stuff. Wow. And that scraping, I think you're hearing, is that unique brush roller. That's kind of touches the floor a little bit as it's turning, the brush roller on the bottom. You kind of hear it when it's on the floor a little bit. So it's going to back up, it's going to auto empty, and then it's going to wash the mop pads.
Start charging.
77. Now it does this twice, and it does kind of a pulse. And now it's washing the mop pads. Again, it heats the water, and you'll hear the mop pads spinning, and then it's going to suck the water, the dirty water, up into the dirty water tank that you got to empty once in a while. Now in the app, we can see this is under the log, the history. We can see where it cleaned. Now it avoids obstacles, but it doesn't take pictures of obstacles, and it doesn't notify you that there was an obstacle there. And again, I thought I did a really good job of mapping my house. And again, I can edit that map, put no-go zones, virtual walls. I can tell it where the carpet is. I can put no mop zones. And Miss Fiona's trying to catch a few Z's. Okay, so I paid $700. Right now it's retailing for $800. I'm gonna finish this review, and we're gonna see how it does with long hair. I'll do another review where I compare it to this brand new Roborock Max V Q Revo. My only hesitation on this, I don't know that brand and parts. I've found the bags, but I haven't been able to find the roller. It's brand new. It just got released in February of 2024, and right now it's May. So I'm hoping just because it's new, the parts aren't available, but that is a worry for me. Okay, let's do the torture test. We're gonna test it with fake poop, an iPhone cable. I've got a bunch of these hairs. Now, this thing has a really good hair comb on the brush roller, so we're gonna see. I'm not gonna put like big globs. What I'm doing is I'm taking about 4 or 5 of these long hairs and placing them randomly through the carpet. But I am putting a lot of hairs down there. So I told it to do it twice, but it says when the drawing area is small, it will clean twice by default. Okay, here it comes. Now it can lift the mop pads 9 millimeters, which isn't super high. You can see they're kind of dragging on the carpet. The thing about it is at least they will be clean, or they could be dry if you have it do vacuuming first, then mopping. Okay, here we go. It doesn't say a whole lot about the obstacle avoidance. And I don't see that big of a sensor on the front. Like, I don't think it's going to take pictures. But I'm okay with it not taking pictures as long as it avoids stuff. Now that purple thing we're seeing flashing, I don't see that in real life. That's just through the video. And I've got it on this highest suction. It says it has 11,000 PA suction, which is really high. And it does look like it's picking up quite a bit of stuff. This is a real torture test for it. I've not seen many robots do the long hair comb. Eufy's got one, it's a little bit different. This one's very aggressive. It's a very aggressive comb. I got a whole setup video where I go through the entire app, start to finish, show you all the different settings. That's how to set it up, how to put it together. I'm gonna be showing you how to do all the maintenance. But again, a little leery right now because like the brush roller is very unique to this one and it's not for sale. And the bags are third-party vendors, which are okay, I guess, but I do prefer when you can buy them straight from Yeedi. And I know in the first video I called it Yeedi. Why they chose that name is way too similar to a Yeedi. But it is pronounced Yeedi. Because the robot does have commands that it does talk. I do like the commands that it tells you. Alright, so it's not sensing that cable yet. Here's where it should sense it. No. No. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but... Okay, I stopped it and pulled the cable out. Oh, I think it's sensing that poop. I mean, I have noticed it does avoid stuff. There was a cable in the other room that it avoided. So it looks like it is avoiding this dog poop, this fake dog poop. That's very important. It's staying well away from it. Okay. Again, that sensor on the front just doesn't look super sophisticated, but you know, I like how close it got to it. Like, some of them stay really far away. This one stayed away from it, but it still got relatively close enough to clean around it, which is nice. And it takes a pretty expensive vacuum to be able to miss a cable. Roombas do a good job at it. The J series do. Don't hit it. No! No, it's like it forgot it was there almost. I mean, it did touch it a little bit, but at least it didn't run it over and smear it everywhere. But I think it's doing a good job of vacuuming. let's get back to that. Vacuuming, yep. And this one really intrigued me because of all the features it has. Internal water tank, spinning mop pads, hot water mop washing, all for $700, which that is normally found on more expensive ones. Has LiDAR navigation. So again, I was pretty intrigued by it, but I just don't know this brand. And it does claim to have 11,000 pascals of suction, which is very high. The Roborock S8 Ultra only has 10,000, but no, it did hit it a little bit. No. Man. I really want these to work. So I think this is a very important thing. Yeah, it's all jammed up. All right, let's just take a look. I mean, it is, wow. It did pick up those hairs. Wow, that is pretty impressive. Now our results might be skewed a little bit because it did pick this up. Now it did wrap a little bit of hair. Again, I put quite a few hairs now right there in the middle. But I want you to see how unique this is. This is a pretty aggressive comb. And I think that's because of the, don't take this into consideration because of what it did pick that thing up and going there. But anyway, these combs are very aggressive. And earlier we heard that like scuffing. I think that's this scuffing because these are like stiff and these are really, really soft. So I think when it senses uneven ground, you'll hear it on the linoleum or hardwood floors. So, I mean, I think it did a pretty good job. Again, I did put quite a few. This is a real torture test. I had quite a few of these long hairs. Now, see if it doesn't, you do have to cut these off if it does get on there. Yeah, I did notice this filter does seem small. I like when those filters are bigger because those get super dirty and it means you're just going to have to clean it sooner. And see, while I love the app, it doesn't, see it's circled here, but it doesn't give you a notification saying, hey, there was a dog waste or there was an obstacle there. At least it's very aggressive when it goes back to the station. It doesn't like poke around. It like fastly goes to the docking station. And it should auto empty. I want to see if it auto empties all that hair. Because it's just as important to keep it off the roller as it is to empty it. So it does have an exit button. I like that. Okay, it did a good job. Sometimes these, yeah, it did a good job emptying it almost. There's a trap door usually right there. Nothing got stuck. Okay, okay. I don't like this. I mean, it's easy to do. I'd rather have a little flip up thing because this is kind of, that's kind of being nitpicky though. Okay, on my grading scale, it got an 83, which is a B, which that's kind of what I expected from this. Actually, thought it might be, its major downfall is obstacle avoidance. It doesn't recommend, doesn't take pictures. And it's easy to work on, but parts are not available yet. That's really concerning to me. You're gonna have to replace that brush roller. You're gonna have to replace the mop pads. I think there's some third party, but they're not readily available. I mean, Yeedi has a store on Amazon, but those parts are not there. So I really want to see what the solution is, and you got to add it yourself to the clean water. I do like this robot, and I do think it has some good things about it. It did actually do a really good job of cleaning the muddy paw prints. A B is not that bad of a score, and it got high marks on the price. Now, if parts become readily available for this, the maintenance is easy on it. It's not hard to change out that roller, change out the pads. You can clean that filter inside that dustbin. It is reusable, but eventually you will have to replace it. Now, and this does happen sometimes. I know even Eufy, when they release a brand new one, their parts lag 2 or 3 months sometimes. Even the bags. You wouldn't think that, you think the dust bags would be readily available, but sometimes they're 2 or 3 months behind when the robot releases. So, but Eufy has seemed to have caught up, and they're really starting to catch up, and really, they realize, I think, that parts need to be available when these are released. Now, I bought this with my own money. Would I spend $800 on this? No. Would I spend $700? Yeah, I did. That's actually a pretty good price point for what it does. Now, this true obstacle avoidance, unfortunately, you do have to get up into the higher robot. Even the Q Revo here, it's about the same obstacle avoidance as this. The Eufy X10 Pro Omni, it's better, and it's on sale for $650 right now. So the Eufy X10 Pro Omni is still a really good vacuum cleaner. I'll compare it with this one too. So far, the best optical avoidance I've run into is, the new Roborock S8 Max V. Miss Fiona is my helper today. She is tired. So be sure and check out my videos on these brand new Roborock vacuum cleaners. I got the Roborock Q Revo Max V, and here's the Roborock S8 Max V. I've got comparisons, setup videos. These are really amazing robots, and I'll be comparing them to the older ones. I also sell my own coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip. I sell it in the whole bean or ground bag, and also in the K-Cup form. You can buy it at justadadcoffee.com. Be sure and check me out on Instagram. Look for my logo right here. Just a Dad videos on Instagram. I do behind the scenes and free giveaways. So when I'm done with these products, I do give them away. Hit a follow on Instagram and my Facebook group page. I'll put links to them in the show description notes. Again, here's the Narwhal Dream L10S. There's the old Q Revo I'll be comparing it to. There's the old S8, Dream L20. That thing's big, but it does a good job. The Dream X30. I got the X40 coming. It should be here in a couple weeks. So X30 I do love, but super expensive. Roombas. I got Tennicos I do reviews on. Shark just released 2 brand new Hydrovacs. These aren't it. These are the old ones, but I will be comparing them to the old ones. $1,200 Dyson. Roborock, that's one of their economical ones. Q5 does a great job. This is the game changer right here. The Dirt Devil. This is a $99 robot vacuum with LiDAR navigation and has an awesome app that maps your house and is easy to use. I just did a review on this one, $99 Walmart. You just can't beat that price for LiDAR navigation. I also show you what Roombas, these are starting to get kind of long in the tooth. The i5 I stay away from. The J7's okay. This is the J9 Plus, but even these are starting, there's just so much better technology. Same with over here on the Sharks. Again, I got almost every Shark vacuum they make, but they're just showing their age, and there are better ones out there. But there is a price point in the $300 to $400 range when you want to just vacuum carpet. These are actually pretty good. I also do carpet cleaner reviews and vacuum cleaner reviews. Yeah, I just got this brand new Yeedi. This thing looks pretty capable. M12 Pro, don't much about it, but I bought it with my own money. There's the Dirt Devil one I got from Walmart, $99, LiDAR navigation. So again, I absolutely love what I do. Thank you so much. I really want to thank you for helping me with my videos. Again, really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe and use the links down below. I really would appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my Instagram, Just a Dad Videos on Instagram. If you could, hit a follow there. Also check out my Facebook group page, Just a Dad Videos group page on Facebook. I do free giveaways there also. And this is where Miss Fiona sits, watching and waiting.